Peter, where are you? Injured down, forward high burn, queen crown, stronger and oh. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video and another week here. I'm so glad to see you and welcome back. So today I'm doing something that I haven't actually really done since I was in primary school and I did the summer book trails. I think we all did that, and that is a book review, and it's the special book review for me because I've been absolutely waiting since April for this book, and I'm so glad it came, and I got it last Thursday the 21st of September when it came out, and I'm so excited that I managed to devour it as quickly as I did. Literally yesterday I read 300 pages because I could not put this book down. And before I show you the book, although if you've read the title of this video you already know what it is, but I'm just going to introduce you to its predecessor, Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. Now, for those of you who haven't read Three Dark Crowns, it's about Queen Catherine the Poisoner, Queen Mirabella the Elementalist and Queen Arsinoe the Naturalist. And they live on the island of Fenburn and they must fight it out to become queen. This is what the main synopsis of this book is, amongst other things, but then that leads me on to Kendare Blake's new book, One Dark Throne, which continues on the journey of Catherine, Mirabella and Arsinoe. Now, as I've been saying, I've been waiting for this book to come out and I literally devoured it, and oh my god, so many twists and turns. So I'll just start off with the main synopsis of this particular novel. So like I said, it's about the three queens and them fighting it out. About Arsinoe, who is discovering that she is actually a poisoner rather than a naturalist, and her exploring this new gift that she has found. Friends Jules and Joseph and their relationship that was rocking Three Dark Crowns due to a little tryst with Mirabella, and it's about them strengthening their relationship, and also Jules' relationship with Madrigal, her mother. Now if we go to Catherine, it's about Catherine really pushing herself with her poison. She's not a natural poisoner, and it's about her pushing herself. She, in the end of the first one, is known as kind of like the undead queen because she was pushed down the Breccia domain by her lover, Peter, and she calls herself up and she's known as the undead queen in this one, and it's her being led by the voices of the queens who have passed, who have been thrown down to the centre of the earth, to the goddess herself. Sorry, I have an itch. And it's about her becoming sort of power hungry and ready to kill her sisters. And then we have Mirabella the Elementalist, who's also, I guess you could say, the soft one. She is secretly clinging on to the relationship she had with her sister, predominantly Arsinoe, who she interacted with quite a bit in the first one. Now in this one she does start off quite power hungry, again willing to kill Arsinoe, goes out to sabotage Arsinoe, and that doesn't work, and then she finds out some truth about Arsinoe, and then it kind of continues on from there. But this book is fantastically again written. If I'm really honest, it was slow to begin with. I found that with Three Dark Crowns as well. It was slow to begin with, and then I kind of found around page 40 it sort of picked up and then kind of was a little bit repetitive at times, especially with the Jules and Joseph situation. I kind of felt like the Jules, Joseph, Mirabella love triangle that was in the Three Dark Crowns was probably the most pointless plot line. I didn't really like it. I didn't think it was necessary. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that. So I was quite happy to see in this one that kind of died out. Again, there was interactions between Joseph and Mirabella in this one. Again, I don't think they were necessary. I get the whole closure in this situation, but again, I don't think they were necessarily meant to be there, or they should not be there. However, when this book picks up, it goes and it goes and it goes, and it's just countless. There is two main deaths in this book, and I must admit, one I kind of predicted, but that's because I read someone's tweet and like it emphasised a male who died, and I was like, okay, it's either going to be one or the other, and I think I pretty much know who it is. So I pretty much guessed that, but I didn't guess when it was going to happen, and I'm really shocked that it happened when it did. There is a female death in this. That was a complete shock to me. Again, I didn't think the death was necessary, but it will be interesting to kind of see how it progresses in the next book. That particular queen who was linked to that person. That would be very interesting because the queen herself is already power hungry, and so without that leader, without that mother figure. So this kind of does contain a bit of spoilers. I'm sorry if you haven't read this. I'm trying to be as vague as possible, but it is part spoilery this is, I really apologise. And like I did find the characters, in the first one I really warmed to Catherine and Arsenault. In this one I warmed to Mirabella and Arsenault. Catherine in this one just completely and utterly annoyed me. I thought the character was, although, you know, I understand she believes she's undead, she believes she was brought back to become queen, she believes the goddess is against her and she wants to fight the goddess. She has the previous queens on her side. I did kind of find her a little bit repetitive at times, especially with her relationship with Peter after he chucked her down the Breccia domain. I mean, if someone pushed me down a large hole, like, I wouldn't exactly be nice to them. I did feel like their relationship was repetitive in this, just because, like, she was finding it hard to forgive him and he was still giving his usual spiel of I love you and all that stuff. You know what, in fairness, there's another death. I just forgot about that one. That one really was unexpected. That is linked to crowning. There is a crowning in this. Again, it's not the person you think it will be, and that is the really shocking part. And I think what I found really frustrating, although happy about, was that every so often a queen or a central character would get captured and then find their way out of it. They would get into a situation of trouble and then get themselves out of it. I did like that because I do love that my favourite characters or characters that you enjoy reading about are able to escape from situations and continue on with the series. At the same time, I kind of felt like how many situations kind of get themselves in before it's like the end. The ending itself, I'm not going to reveal too much. All I'm going to say is I was not happy with Jules. I kind of felt like her relationship affected her as a person, and she couldn't do anything without that relationship, and that was very central, I think, to this book. Although she's always been, and even in this particular plotline, she's always been like, I'm there for Arsenault, I will always be there for Arsenault, like, till the end. The ending proved that she's not. Again, that's kind of like a spoiler. But not exactly. It kind of proved that she's not there for Arsenault. And I found that was a weakness in her character, and a weakness that I didn't think would have been there were things different, if that makes sense. I did love this book, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a fantastic book. The things I didn't like was I didn't like Jules' character in her development. I did not like the unnecessary death of that mother figure. I did love the introduction of Aunt Carrick and the Black Cottage. I thought that was, and Willa. And I liked the development of and the exploration of Arsenault and her poison side to her. I thought that was very interesting, and the consequences of that. I didn't like the development of Catherine's character as well. I think I would have happily have seen her just completely disappear halfway through the book and then concentrate on the other queens and the other characters. I also like that Mirabella kind of came more rational. And we saw more of the queen in her in this particular one. But overall, it's a fantastic book. It's a great continuation on from the series. I would say I prefer the second one, purely because I do not like the love triangle in the first one. I think that kind of ruined it for me a little, but I am happy with this one, and although it was slow in the beginning, it did pick up, it did get going, and then by the end it was just like bang, 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 bang. I did feel like at times in certain scenes, especially there's one in the Volroy when, without saying any names, the prisoners were escaping. I was going to say that, and it was like a fight scene, and it's where one of them gets injured. I really didn't really understand that scene. I kind of felt like it happened really quickly. It wasn't that descriptive. It was almost as if we were there and we blanked out and then we opened our eyes and was like, okay, what just happened? I found that very hard to kind of grasp what happened, how it happened, and kind of how it went from there. I will say my favourite thing, probably my most favourite thing in this book, is the interactions between Billy and Arsenault, and that was my most favourite, and I love them. I did worry that a different love story was going to happen and a different love triangle was going to happen, and honestly, if that happened, I think this book would have been ruined for me. But thankfully it didn't, and Billy and Arsenault are not necessarily together, but they are together, united in a sense, and that is what I loved about this book, and that was my main love of this book. And the main plotline, the storyline, I loved when they were interacted together, and also with Braddock the bear like that interaction, that connection between, like, you know, Arsinoe and the bear, and Arsinoe and Billy, like that I really enjoyed. And then when they were all together, I kind of felt like they were like a little family. Like I said, overall this is a fantastic book. It's amazingly written. It captures you. It has romance, it has fantasy, it has fighting, it has war, you know, poison, fire, water, you know, all those elements, pun unintended, that you need for a fantastic book. And for a YA book, I feel like it deals with a lot of issues, like family issues, you know, issues in relationships. It deals with all that, and I really like that a book that is so accessible is able to do that. I'm looking forward to the next one. I can't believe I have to wait like a year for the next one. There are certain references to the first one, and because I read the first one quite a few months ago, I kind of forgot about them. So I will say you might want to reread the first one before you read this one, just to kind of refresh your memory. But other than that, pick this up as soon as you can, you won't regret it. So that's my review of One Dark Throne by Kendare Blake. I hope you enjoy this. Sorry for like kind of the slight spoilers. I'm gonna put in the title that there are slight spoilers in this, because I don't want to ruin a book for you. I know when I saw that tweet about that character, I was like, why? So I don't want to do that for you, but yes, I hope you enjoyed this. It's something new for me. Please let me know if you like this so I can continue to do more. Thank you so much for coming back. It was so nice to see you, and please come back next week for another video. Bye.